Yeah, this is place in PM. And he taught me the ropes on Mario, and he's been cool, and he's tried to do the best he can with this pleb.
Yeah.
That being said, it's weird because you're right. Gallo is consistently finding his way into top 8s along the East Coast. And I'm wondering what causes that. You know, like, Gallo's great, but he's not getting top 8. It's the only real reliable stat nowadays.
Yeah.
Gallo finds his way into top 8s.
Yeah, he really does. Now, next up, we've got Texas's Lunchables, who is a dominant player in his region. Used to be a Toon Link main.
This is going to be nuts.
It's going to be nuts.
Especially
Especially because, if you don't know, there's some bad blood here.
I do not. Does this have to do with controllers? No, go for it. No, go for it.
Lunchables is a person who has been finding the PM tournaments more difficult to go to, and as at occasions, I don't know the circumstances, dropped out or decided not to come to tournaments that he was expected to be at, and Sosa has been sort of tweeting at him like, I expected more from you, or whatever, sort of harassing him. Lunchables not somebody who's been enjoying PM as much lately, so it's discouraging him from coming. He's even said this might be his last tournament. So there's a lot of bad blood on the line here. They both have sort of had some tension. And we'll see. They're gonna resolve it with their GameCube.
SoCal does not like when you don't play to your full potential.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying like you got to be perfect, but when you're the type of person that complains, and you're the type of person that does not want to see a bracket throughout, or you don't play, it's almost seen upon as like you're disrespectful to your opponent.
Well, it's like a difference it's totally different.
I guess it's one of those things where Sosa sees it as you're being disrespectful to people that travel to play you in a bracket.
Right.
That's what at least that's what I feel.
Yeah, that's how I
because
understand
I've seen Balcony call out their own players for not stepping up their game and not trying harder.
Right.
And I don't blame them because I would love for more regions to take it that serious and to understand that, hey, to be the best region and to be a contender for that, you need to go to your events and do well. And Texas has had its moments where it doesn't show as well.
They're
not saying placings, because Slethlon was a beast.
Yeah.
But when you see the players slowly start to fade away, you get pissed. You're like, hey, I want my players there.
Yeah.
So
I think there was a little bit
I think this set's going to go awesome, though.
Sosa's communication style as well.
Yes, Sosa's not exactly eloquent with the way he puts things. He's just like, yo.
Ooh. And so actually, Sosa, just to quickly talk about him, he's from SoCal, #1 on their PR, and he has sort of emerged just as this titan in SoCal. And he is so dominant in that region, and he's very confident. I think he may be the person everyone wants to win. Sosa is very clear that he wants to take it all. He might have some of the most drive in PM.
Sosa is the #1 overall seed in the tournament.
Right.
Lunchables is #2. So this was something that, if you drew it all up, this is one of the places where they would meet. Now, I think they did move around some of the seeding to avoid regional conflict in the beginning.
So
but that's going into it. That's what it was. It was 1 and 2. So they're nothing to sleep on by any means.
And we're seeing this as a play to win Lunchables, because he has said many times, Toon Link is not fun for him anymore, and he mostly prefers Roy. So the fact that he's going Toon Link shows you how much he wants to win this. He must believe the matchup is much better for Toon Link.
Oh, I believe it.
He's not willing to risk it on character favoritism. And Sosa with a fart setup, he takes it. Takes it at right the perfect time where he's going to start charging. He basically got it to full fart, but he doesn't have fart there to recover it either. Ooh, nice spot dodge by Lunchables. Lots of pressure with that bomb, but the up B a little unsafe. A shield grab by Sosa. Ooh, that nair lasts so long. Oh my gosh, Sosa's punish game is so brutal. Ooh, a little bit of a B turnaround. Bite. You don't expect it when an opponent's back is towards you that they can grab you, but that's Wario's strength. That character can turn it around.
He has such a raw ability to find ways to just throw you off.
Open you up.
Yep.
Open you up. I'm just and as we're getting into winter semis here, I just want to say again how cool it is that the most dominant players at the circuit and events are your top 4 in winners as well. Very impressive stuff by Sosa, Lunchables, Junebug, and Thunder's Reign. We've talked so many times, Messi, about how PM needs storylines. These storylines are here.
Yeah,
we see it with these two. We've seen Junebug versus Thunder's Reign, where Thunder's Reign finally conquered the Diddy Kong matchup. There's so much to talk about here, and we need more events like this. So
the circuit started like basically putting the pen to the pad, and all of a sudden you're starting to see, you know, Nova into Big Belt, leading up to the different events on the East Coast and West Coast that kind of reset everyone into getting to this point. It was almost like Supernova and Big Balk were like, this is what we're made of. No, this is what we're made of. And then all of a sudden, like, all right, go train. We're gonna meet up
at the summit, the Olympus.
At the
summit mountain of Olympus.
The summit of Olympus. There you go. Everyone's involved in it. Yeah, it was like we're gonna meet up here, and we're gonna showcase what we have done over this course.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be any happier with all the players, because you know what? PM is random. PM has its moments. You can't predict it. But if you look at players that are here, kind of expected a lot of them.
Yeah.
So the players came prepared, and I love that.
Did Lunchables just flash a forfeit? Or was it 4FT? It could have been forfeit, or he just put in the tag FORFT. Could be.
What is it? Fort Wayne? Fort. Dallas, Fort, Texas. Right?
All right.
Isn't Dallas Fort Worth? Yeah, DFW.
Okay.
DFW! All right. Sorry, man, I'm drinking. No, but, you know,
I'm still close over, bro.
Not for long, buddy. When this top eight's over, we're having a good time.
Interesting counter pick by Sosa. He is giving Toon all the space in the world to run around and pull projectiles and use platforms. But there's also one advantage that Wario gets from big space.
Being able to shimmy around everywhere.
There's that, but also gives him the time to find wafts.
Yes.
You don't care how big the stage is. When you get a neutral win and you have waft, you can kill at incredibly low percentages.
Absolutely. You do see a little frustration when not building in Sosa's demeanor.
Yeah.
He's just like, come on, man, what do I gotta do? And I don't blame him. This looks rough. It looks rough. Because you know how you stop mobility in the air? Projectiles. And Toon it's got quite a bit of them. And Sosa threw a bomb out there. I think he's trying to give him a helping hand.
Wario's throw animation is hilarious.
And Waft, if I'm wrong, correct me, it's a minute and a half before it becomes fully charged from when you last used it. So, Dreamland, 8-minute timer, you can find a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I always think of it as around this time period where it like starts becoming a full waft. It starts becoming very deadly.
I believe it's 3 charges that build up into one big one. It's every 30 seconds. So I think it's a minute and a half before you get the full. I'm sure I'll get blasted about it. I'll get the frame data on
There's a lot of characters
build
to
up.
keep track of. We do our best.
So it's almost like, cool, you're up a stock, you've made it this far, but you hit a timer.
Yeah.
Can you force the opponent to use the waft to recover, or force them into blowing it in the wrong direction, and then being able to capitalize on that? And right now,
I think
Lunchables is
Sosa,
not even allowing Sosa to take the stage in any way, shape, or form.
I think Sosa just needs to use his waft. I think he needs to get confirmed and just knock Lunchables off stage with it. But he hasn't been winning neutral at all, really.
And I don't think he can. In this matchup, I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to be able to weave through. It's not just the projectiles, it's the placing. It's the way Lunchables is being able to receive back and be like, oh, cool.
There it is.
Almost did a kill.
Yeah.
That's a terrifying thing about Dreamland too, though.
It was excellent DI by Lunchables. Honestly,
Yes. That should have looked way worse.
Way worse.
Yeah. He should have just disappeared.
Yeah.
I believe he was hovering over 100%, and Waft doesn't really care what your percentage is.
Sosa definitely not scared of approaching Toon Link.
Oh, that was
going in.
That was terrifying, because that down air, man, almost set up something at least for Sosa, but he wasn't able to recover quickly enough on the platform.
I think that's it. Yeah. 2 stops by Lunchables.
Something dramatic has to change, because the hilarity if Texas wins this tournament after all the bitching and moaning between New York and SoCal, would be great. I would laugh because the internet is disgusting. But if Sosa's gonna make a case for SoCal, he's got to like it hasn't looked good, and his counter pick looked worse.
Yeah, it really did.
And it's not even trying to like get on him about his playstyle. Wario has certain things he can and cannot do, and he's having a difficult time getting through these projectiles. I say it over and over again. That's because nothing's changing. But if you combo like that, there you go. You can change things. Combo like that, because if you get in for the grab, you can do that however many times you want. But if Lunchman doesn't let you,
I think he gets a lot out of grab, Sosa, as a player. I mean, all Wario players are very good at opening you up through a grab.
I think that's where he's most comfortable. He's like, man, I got you right where I want you, in my hands.
And we were speaking about Ness and how Ness has been underrated. It's interesting. There was a period of time where Wario was not showing up in top 8. And Sosa single-handedly has put this character on the map again as one of the best characters in the game. And that's how PM works. It goes in cycles. Wario used to have a lot of success, and then he sort of as Strong Bad went to
and now it's a full stock lead. And you were saying in Strong Bad and
I'm just saying it's cool how this game goes in cycles, you know?
It finds a way to refresh itself.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for the next DLC $30 season pass. The game just manages to find a way to be refreshing on its own, you know?
Ooh, nice power shield, but he still runs into the grab.
Sosa needs to build up something right now. He's only at about 40%. It's not going to do too much if Sosa dies too soon.
But remember, all this time, Lunchables is trying to take out the stock. Sosa is getting wafted right back.
Absolutely.
So it's all good for Sosa. Even the percentage he gets is a huge advantage for him.
Yeah, if you're Lunchables, you're playing two battles right now. One is, I need to take the stock quickly. It's getting really, really dire. And then, can I force him to blow the waft here at 106? Not in the next one, because I need that one to stay in the game.
Right.
Nope. Now you have to deal with two stocks, single waft, and now the game plan changes. Can I force him to use it to recover?
And as a spectator watching Gallo versus Sosa, I knew that the comeback potential does not seem possible at this moment. But when it becomes possible against Wario is when you have knocked him off stage and forced him to use waft to recover. Then you might be able to take two stocks. Not in that situation.
Yeah, but the biggest difference too was, I think Dreamland was a bad counter pick, right? And because the platforms give the ability for Lunchables to bob and weave around, and when he had to, he could get on the top platform and be like, I'm out. I don't want to be around. I'm not cool, man. Sosa's scary looking, man. He frightens me sometimes because he's so friendly. He's really soft-spoken, but he kind of sneaks up. He's very sneaky.
Yeah, he goes.
He's like, hey, man.
Hey, what do you think about
So,
what do you think about this?
So that's why Dreamland was so good. It was like, hey, I'm gonna have the ability to just kind of bob and weave, go around. But Sosa was thinking the opposite. He's like, oh, if he's bobbing and weaving, I'm just gonna get wops, and I can just do 3 of them in a set. It didn't work out that way because he was taking so much damage from bomb, arrow, fireball. I threw in Mario there. Bomb, arrow, boomerang. That it was basically forcing Sosa to have to do something.
Right.
He couldn't wait him out because of the distance that he put between them. Lunchables was able to capitalize on it. Then you go to Smashville, you got one platform, linear stage.
Here's the thing too, is Wario loves platforms, but I think Toon loves them more.
Yes.
Anyhow,
look, here you go. Look, this is Dreamland with moving platforms.
Yeah. You were going to say something about the Smashville counter pick, I think.
It's a linear stage. It's flat. It doesn't really give you much to hide behind or with. Now, don't get me wrong. Thunders exploited the hell out of it last night versus Fresh during the crew battle.
Yeah.
But it's different because Lunchables needs to lose one neutral exchange and just get absolutely destroyed. Ice Climbers didn't have to worry about that because Nana could break because you grab.
Yeah.
So.
And here's the other thing too about that matchup is Toon Link is much better at poking at shields with bombs and stuff than Ice Climbers are at Ice blocks and Blizzard.
Yeah.
It's a little scarier to take the Toon Link projectiles to your shield.
Wow. And how do you deal with that too? Now you're trying to approach above your head, and there's a disjointed hitbox just flailing around, and you know if you touch it, you could possibly die. And Sosa's in a little bit of a dire situation right now, because he knows he needs to win this game to continue to set. The waft has been blown, which opens up another problem.
And the funny thing about Sosa's bite game has been that every single time Lunchables has been able to DI correctly, so it probably seems less and less worth it for him to use it, even though it might be the key to turning things around. It's been so difficult for him to get them. And wow, 2-stock lead for Lunchables.
What's nuts is what Lunchables just did. He gave up the corner of stage and said, take it, because I have options. You don't. That's it. And again, it's nothing against Sosa's play. I don't think he's doing anything relatively wrong. It's just how are you supposed to deal with this? It's similar to watching DVD play, where it's like you're in shield and then he bounces off your shield and you're like, cool, the same projectile twice. Lunchables just does a better job of like throwing all the projectiles like out at once, but at great spots. So you feel like it's a never-ending situation to deal with. He went for another boomerang. It didn't even return by then.
Man, Lunchables is so good, dude. I can see Sosa's frustration. How is he going to make this work for him? He's got a waft.
Yeah.
Okay, just drops down with the up air to stop Sosa's combo. Uses it. Oh, nice air dodge
the
actually,
opportunity
though.
there.
Oh,
The boomerang saves his life. Sosa's gonna have an opportunity to at least take the
DI by
stock.
Lunchables, dude.
That was not good DI.
That was not.
No,
But
it was almost like a response. Like, thank you, I'm sorry.
I find it really impressive that Lunchables has read the way Sosa's going to throw him on the bite or reacted to it. I mean, I don't know. Young people are crazy, dude. They got reaction times out the butt.
These old men, me and you, nah. Nah, I stick to my first-person shooters, though.
Oh, man. How does he stop the runaway game? Okay, good shield grab.
I don't know. It was an interesting choice by Lunchables there. Upbeat to get out of that situation. If Sosa reacted a little bit quicker, it actually could have been really devastating to him.
Oh,
Man, Sosa going broke.
Yeah, he wanted to reset the tech situation, but
Taking a lot of damage, a lot of trading right now. Here's the thing, though. Sosa takes... that's it.
Lunchables
Sosa had a chance there.
off right now.
Sosa had a chance because he forced Lunchables to a high percent and had the walk. He couldn't close out the stock, though. In fact, I think that's why he was pressing so hard.
Right.
He attempted to maybe say, okay, if I hit this next down air, I reset the tech situation, I can shoulder or I can forward smash.